Hello, this is Mrs. Stewart. I'm one of the high school counselors, and we are going to work on our pre-enrollment for the 2024-25 school year. So let's take a look at what we're going to cover today. We're going to look at the high school transcript, go over that for just a couple of minutes, look at a credit check sheet, talk a little bit about credit recovery, the entire enrollment process, what that looks like, all the due dates and reminders, as well as an adjustment period, touch on ACT testing, athletics, Oklahoma's promise, and then also give you our contact information. So let's get started. Let's first look at the high school transcript. All of you should have your transcript. On the bottom of the transcript or over here to the right, your counselor will have written the core courses that you need to enroll in, possibly any credit recovery that you might have as well. But I wanted to show you this. This is a legal document. It's the first legal document that represents you. You do want it to represent you well. Up here, I have obviously blacked out or blotted out the owner of this transcript. This is a graduated student. But I just want to show you how, if you look down, there are the list of the classes. It's broken down by school year as well as by semester. If you'll look as well, sometimes you'll see this hashtag or this pound sign. Even though it's next to the letter B, you'll notice that they have earned 0 credit. That is a failure to earn credit due to attendance. Those courses do have to be made up. Those are credit recovery courses. So just a plug to remind you to be at school as much as possible because you do not want to lose your credits due to attendance. You'll also see here there is an F with a 0. That means they did not earn credit for that course because they failed the course. And then next to every other grade, you'll see the 0.5. That means they earned half a credit for first semester, half a credit for second semester. So that kind of shows you how that's broken down. Down here in the right-hand corner are all the grading scales, the cumulative data, how many actual credits you've earned and how many you've attempted, your GPA and your rank. So all of that is on your transcript. Okay, let's also now look at the credit check sheet. All of you will have received one of these as well from your math teacher. This is just a sheet that your counselors use to each semester to kind of take a quick glance at what courses you have completed, what courses you have failed, the ones you still have left to do. So we want you to have this as a tool for yourself. You can kind of see the breakdown of what is required: 4 credits of English, 3 credits of math, 3 credits of science, and so on. You can kind of see that breakdown of what is required for graduation. This is just a tool of ours that we use each year. As said, the number of credits you have. We make a list over here of any credit recovery that you have that you need to do. You can see here other graduation requirements. That is why the counselors do enrollment. We do your schedules because it's our primary responsibility for each of our students to make sure that you are enrolling in and passing, doing credit recovery if needed, to do all and meet all graduation requirements. So this is a great tool. It's one we use, and we highly recommend that you keep this and fill it in each semester because it will help you as well. All right, moving on. Let's talk a little bit about credit recovery. Credit recovery at Sapulpa High School is done through our online program, Edgenuity. You can do it during the school year. It takes the place of one of your electives, but it's also available in summer school. So if you have a credit recovery to do, we highly recommend that you do that in summer school this summer. That information is going to come out probably in April, late April, so be watching for that. But if we need to put it into your school schedule, we will. It will take the place of one of your electives, so keep that in mind. Also, early graduation or working ahead, that is possible. It's also done through the Edgenuity program. You can work on that over the summer as well as the school year. If you have questions or want more information on credit recovery or early graduation, you will just email your counselor. Also, the curriculum guide. This is our second year for our curriculum guide to be interactive, online. So nice, you don't have to flip through a book. So I'm taking you, we are right on the high school page in the 24-25 courses. As you'll see, these are the enrollment videos for last year. They will be replaced with this one. But you can scroll down and you can see what is the scheduling process? What are the graduation requirements? I can click on that. It'll take me to that. There's that graduation check sheet. Here are all the graduation requirements. So it's a great tool to use. You can also come down if you are thinking about taking a specific course, say the business tech. You can click on that and you can read through all of the course descriptions for all of the classes in that department. Say you're interested maybe in media, you'd like to check that out. Click on that. You can read through all of those course descriptions. So a great tool. I highly recommend this tool. It's super, super helpful and much easier to use than just flipping through a book. Okay, all of you also will be getting a planning page. These are the paper forms of what's going to be on your Google enrollment form. These are just for you to use. They are not for you to turn in. So as you can see, you're going to click or choose one from each subject area. You have 4 courses or 4 core courses that you will choose. You have a choice between English 2 and Honors English 2. Social Studies, World History, Honors World History. Science, all of these are options. If you are currently in physical science, you will definitely be doing biology next year, so you'll want to choose one of those. If you are currently in biology, you may choose between these 3. And then math, depending on what math you're in right now, will determine what math you choose for next school year. Your math teachers will also kind of help you make that determination. But typically, if you are in Algebra 1, you are going to choose geometry for next school year. If you're in geometry right now, you're going to choose Algebra 2 for next school year. So this is just for you to have something on paper in hand to look at and kind of determine before you go to your Google form. We also have a plan page for the electives. It should be on the back side of your core courses. These are all the electives that are available for 10th grade students. Please note that for each department, there are some prerequisite courses. What that means is, for example, in art, in order to do any of these other art classes, you must take Art 1 first. So if you're looking at this and think, wow, 3D Mix looks great, but you have not had Art 1, you must take Art 1 first. So you would want to do that next year and then move on to the other art courses the following years. Same thing with technology, with ag, and with engineering. So be sure you're looking at those prerequisite courses. Another thing I would like to point out is there's a key right down here at the bottom. If a class has 1 asterisk beside it, it counts as a fine art credit. Everybody is required 1 fine art credit in order to graduate. If the course has 2 asterisks out beside the name of the course, it counts as a computer technology credit. These you will only see over here in the athletics column. 1 of these means that you must be in a sport. 2 of these you cannot take with a sport. So please be sure you're using that key as you're looking at that. So again, these are just plan pages, something for you to have in your hand to look at before you actually do your Google enrollment form. One thing I want to point out as well, we also have high school leadership class here at the high school, as well as a yearbook class. Those are application required courses, and we have those available in the high school counseling office in room 216. All right, moving on to the Google Form class registration. So today after school, you are going to get a pre-enrollment email, and it will come from Mrs. Stewart. It will come from my email. In it, it will have a link to this video for you to watch again if you have anything you need to revisit or look at. It will have all the documents that we've discussed today, links to those, and then it will have a link to this Google Form class registration. So you're going to literally do your enrollment through the Google Form. Some things I want to point out before I show you the Google Form. 10th grade students may only do any online courses if you are on track for graduation and do not have any credit recovery courses to complete. You will have to enroll, okay, as a in-person, all 7 classes in person on your Google Form. There will be an online application for all online virtual class courses at a later date. So please watch for phone calls, emails. All of that information will come out when that application period opens. Okay? All right, let's take a look at this Google form. I've clicked on this. I'm going to kind of show you what it looks like. So when you get it, this is what you will see. There will be a link to that curriculum guide that we looked at earlier. Remember the curriculum guide? There will be a link in there. And then you will need to mark to record your email. You will type your name, last name, first name, and you will hit next. And then it is going to take you where you click on all of the courses. Again, please use that planning sheet. So you're going to mark which English you would like, which history you would like, which science you would like, and then whichever math that you would like. You're going to hit next. And this is where all the elective choices are. You will choose 7 elective choices. See, there are 7 choices on here. And if we go back up and read the directions, you will need to make sure that you complete all 7. They're all required. But choice number 1 will be your top elective choice, and you are going to choose them in order, like ranking order. So your first choice, your second choice, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. Okay, so if you are in band, okay, and you want to make sure you get into band, you are going to want to click high school band as your number 1 choice. If you are needing I don't know, let's say you're in ag and you've already had ag science 1 and you would like to do animal science, go ahead and pick that for choice number 2. And so I'm just going to kind of randomly click these. I think I may have clicked the same one by accident, but anyhow, you are going to click all of your choices, like I said, in ranking order. And it's the same list for every single one. You just want, again, to make sure choice number 1, choice number 2 in ranking order. Once you have done that, you are going to hit submit. One thing I do want to point out also is that as you're doing this and on the planning sheet, there may be some notes out to the side. For example, Chrome Depot, you may choose this, but you have to have approval from that teacher. Also, honors music theory, teacher approval needed. First semester only, second semester only, so on and so forth. Academic achievement is for students with 1 or more AP classes. That's it. Leadership, that's that application. You can choose it, but if you do not complete the application and get approved, we will move on to your next elective choice. So anyhow, as you can see, that is something I wanted to point out. You hit submit and you have completed your registration for next school year. So super easy. Again, use those planning pages that we handed out to you. Those are going to be super helpful. Okay, let's look at due dates and reminders. All students and all parents are going to receive a pre-enrollment email today after school from me, from Mrs. Stewart, in your school email. And it's going to have a link to this video, all the documents we've discussed, as well as instructions. You will have exactly 1 week to complete your Google form registration. The deadline is next Wednesday, February 28th. The Google form will be cut off at 5 o'clock. So please remember, it will end at 5 o'clock on the 28th. You want to make sure you get that Google registration done by then. FYI, once that Google registration is complete, okay, all the counselors, all three of us, will begin to input requests into PowerSchool. If you have not done your enrollment registration, we will choose your core classes and your electives for you. So please, it's very important. We want you to have an option. So please make sure that you do your Google registration form. Also, any honors AP classes that you choose, it is a full year commitment. It is not something that you can do for a semester and decide that you would like to switch out into the on level. If you are choosing an honors course or an AP course, it is a full year commitment. Also, don't forget, a lot of these classes, especially athletics, require a tryout, or teacher approval, and or an application. All right. After the counselors complete putting all of the student requests into PowerSchool, all right, that's going to happen over the next few weeks. We will send out emails, phone calls, social media posts saying, okay, guys, everything that you asked for is now in PowerSchool. Please take a look at your next year's requests in PowerSchool. And if you want to make any changes, you will need to email your counselor. So that is going to be an adjustment period. You will have a very specific amount of time to look those over and an opportunity to make any changes you want and email your counselor. After that adjustment period is over, this is extremely important. There will not be any changes allowed for the 24-25 school year. So the reason that is because over the summer, the master schedule or teacher schedules are created based on student requests. So it's a customized master schedule. So that is why we do not allow any schedule changes come August. What you choose is what you will honor next school year. So please make sure you're taking this seriously. You're looking at all your options. You're asking questions if needed. You are completing your Google enrollment registration, and then you are looking back over it during the adjustment period and making any changes at that time, because we will not change schedules next school year. All right, ACT. The next ACT date, the national ACT date, will be Saturday the 13th of April. You can register for that by Friday, March 8th. You do that at act.org. Also, there is a fee, so keep that in mind. However, juniors can take a free ACT test here at school in April. We do that for state testing, so do know that you will be taking one at school for free in April of your junior year for state testing. Also, free and reduced lunch students, you can receive ACT test waivers, which gives you the test for free. You can use one your junior year, one your senior year, and those waivers are available in the counseling office. Athletics. So, all athletic tryouts, physicals, drug testing, athletic trainer applications, all of that is handled through the athletic office. And that is in the high school main office. Here is their phone number. Our athletic director is Mr. Michael Rose, and his secretary is Miss Betty Lowry. Also, they have asked that we make you aware that the spring 24 drug testing will be May 16th. It will be in the Chieftain Center, and it will cost $20. There will be more information to come, so please be watching your email. Please watch Sapulpa High School Facebook page, Instagram page, phone calls, all of it. They'll push that information out, but we wanted you to kind of have a heads up as to when that's coming. Okay, Oklahoma's Promise. Oklahoma's Promise is actually free college tuition for students that have a household income of $60,000 or less a year. This tuition waiver covers that, only tuition. It does not cover housing or fees or any other materials or supplies. However, a lot of the state and regional universities do have matching scholarships for housing, so keep that in mind. So you can start applying for this your 8th grade year. Of course, you're past that, but you must submit your application by June 30th of 11th grade. We did give some Oklahoma Promise flyers to your math teachers, so if that is something that you feel like you might qualify for and are interested in, please grab one of those from them. But I will also be linking that in the pre-enrollment email. Great opportunity. If this is something you qualify for and you do want to go to college, this is something I highly recommend you check out. All right, now to introduce you to the high school counselors. Mrs. Yeager, she has the last names A through G. So if your last name begins with the letter A through G, she will be your counselor throughout high school. Here is her email, and we are in the high school office. Our room is 216. This is Mrs. Rebecca Bilby. She is the counselor for last names that begin with H through O. There is her email. And then myself, Mrs. Stewart, I am the counselor for students with the last names that begin with P through Z, and that is my email. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email us. I will say that we are extremely busy. We're not in our office often. We are starting testing season as well. So please make sure that you send us an email first if you have any questions. Okay, really quick, just a real quick review. Please make sure that you look over your transcript. If you notice that you feel like something is missing, something is incorrect, please email your counselor and let us know. And then also please pay very close attention to the notes that your counselor has handwritten as to what courses that you need to make sure that you enroll for next school year. We also want you to check out that credit check sheet. Make sure you're looking at that. I believe that's here. Yes, here's the credit check sheet. Use that. It's a very helpful tool. And then the curriculum guide. Play around in this, use it, get familiar with it. It's a great, quick, and easy way. If you have questions, I can pretty much 99% guarantee you that they will be answered right here in this curriculum guide. So be sure to use that as well. Do not forget to visit with your parent and or guardian about all of this. Take the forms home that you're receiving in class today. And then make sure to pay attention for your pre-enrollment email today after school. That will open and you will have until Wednesday the 28th at 5 o'clock to complete that Google enrollment form. Also, refer back to this presentation for any other questions, clarifications. Again, it will be linked in your email. It will be also sent to all parent and guardians in case they have any questions. And once more, if you have any additional questions after that, please go ahead and email your current counselor, Mrs. Johnson, or the appropriate high school counselor. Be sure you are checking your school email daily. We do a lot of communication through school email. I hope this helps. I hope this makes sense. And again, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. And we are looking forward to you coming to the high school. Thank you.